Here's a story from Grandpa for my three favorite little girls, Emma, Ayla, and Audrey. Today's story is a little different because the author wrote it in a made-up bug language. We don't really know how bugs talk to each other, so the author made up a language for the bugs in this story to use. As we look at the pictures, I can kind of figure out what the bugs might be saying, and I'll translate as I go. But I might be wrong, or you might have a different idea of what the bugs are really saying. If you do, let me know because I'm always glad to hear from you. So here's the story. Do is talk, which I think means, what is that? Do is talk, manazut. What is that? I don't know. Ta-ta, which I think means goodbye. The little caterpillar is getting ready to spin himself into a cocoon. On the right, we can see the little plant beginning to sprout. It's got two green leaves. The little caterpillar is now all wrapped up in his cocoon hanging from the branch of the log. Little bugs are saying, Du stak, ma ibedaung plonk, de kimmer plonk, mana zoet. Which I think means, what is that? I think it's a plant. What kind of plant? I don't know. The little caterpillar is still in his cocoon hanging from the branch on the log. The little bugs are trying to climb the plant, which is getting much taller. And they're saying, Rubada unk ribble, su, bor inken iki, which I think means, I think we need a ladder. Yes, let's go ask Icky. Icky, Icky, Icky! Icky comes to the door. The little bugs say, Icky, rubada unk ribble, which I think means, Icky, have you got a ladder? Icky comes out of his house carrying a long ladder. The little bugs clap and say, Unk ribble, which I think means a ladder. Now Icky is laying on his lounge chair reading a book and watching the other little bugs. The other little bugs have put the ladder up into the plant and they're saying, Rudaden duden und foot, sue, sue, which I think means, I think we should build a fort, a treehouse. Yes, yes. And then nighttime comes. One of the little bugs is up on top of the log branch playing his violin. You see the little musical notes going up into the sky. I wonder what kind of a song a little bug would play on a violin. Well, the little bug looks like a grasshopper. If he were a beetle, I'd know what kind of song he would sing. But he's a grasshopper. So we'll just have to imagine what kind of a song a grasshopper would play on a violin. You can see the ladder is still up in the plant, but I think all the bugs have gone to bed. We'll see what happens next. So now it's morning, and all the little bugs are carrying materials up to the plant. Looks like they've got a pirate flag and some boards and some sticks and a saw. I think they're going to build their fort up into the plant. The ladder is still there, but the plant is growing larger. But if you look over on the log on the far left, you can see a spider has come. And he's watching the little bugs very carefully to see what they're doing. We better pay attention to that spider because spiders and little bugs don't always get along so well. So now it looks like the little bugs are all finished building. And they've got a little tree house, and they've got a bucket on a rope, and they've got their pirate flag flying, and they've built a little platform where they can sit in the sun, and one of the little bugs is swinging from a rope, and he's saying, "Root fort," which I think means our fort. But that spider is starting to come closer, and you can see he's got his eye on the little bugs in their treehouse. I hope they're being careful. All of a sudden, the spider has jumped up on top of the plant, and he's starting to spin a web all over their treehouse and their platform and their pirate flag and their rope, and he's covering the whole plant with his spider web. And the little bugs are down on the ground saying, "Vubek! Booby Vubek! Root fort," which I think means spider, stupid spider, our fort. I don't know what's going to happen here. We'll see. All of a sudden, a great big bird swoops in and grabs the spider in his beak and starts to fly away. All the little bugs are down on the ground trying to cover themselves up so that the bird doesn't see them, but I think the bird just wants to eat the spider. So all the little bugs uncover their heads and look up, and they see that the spider is gone, and one of the little bugs says, "Sue," which I think means yes. But what else do we see? At the top of the plant, we can see a bud beginning to bloom. It's kind of a reddish pink. What do you think that's going to turn into? So you can see that now the bud is getting bigger and the plant is getting taller, and all the little bugs have climbed up into the plant to repair the damage that the spider caused and to get rid of all that spider web. But now the little bugs are noticing what's growing out of the top of the plant, and they're saying, "Do his talk! Ooh, ho, ookie!" Which I think means, what is that? Oh, hey, Ookie. Ookie is somebody's name, I think. So the flower has burst into full bloom and it's got everybody's attention. The little bugs are saying, "Ungladenboot is Ungladenboot, Ungladenboot, Unscrivel diddly Ungladenboot." Ah, Ungladenboot, see, is Tak Ungladenboot, Ungladenboot, which I think means a flower. Is that's a flower, a beautiful flower. Ah, a flower, yes. Is that a flower? That's a flower. But now that it's flowered, the plant is starting to wilt a little bit, and the leaves and the seeds are starting to come off. And the little bugs look up and they begin to talk some more. And Icky says, "Ta-ta, Udas." And the little bugs say, "Ta-ta, Icky, ta-ta, Oogie," which I think means, goodbye, plant. Goodbye, Icky. Goodbye, Oogie. And as the plant wilts some more, all the things the little bugs built inside the plant are beginning to fall out. So the treehouse fort is coming down, the platform is coming down, the swinging rope has come down, the bucket on a rope has come down, and the little bugs say, "Ta-ta, fort," which means goodbye, fort. And as the plant wilts some more, it loses all of its seeds down to the ground, and everything else falls out of it, and it becomes nighttime. And now we've got our little grasshopper back up on his perch, playing his violin and making some music. What song do you think he might be playing? I bet bugs make nice music. I've heard cicadas and grasshoppers and locusts and lots of bugs make music at night, but I've never heard one play the violin. What song do you think he's playing? So the little grasshopper is playing his music on the violin, and a butterfly comes flying by, and she swoops and dances all around to the music, having a good time. But we can see that the plant has continued to wilt and to fall down, and now it's completely gone, and nothing left but the seeds on the ground. And you can tell that maybe it's getting a little cold outside, because you can see maybe a little bit of snow is gathering and a little bit of frost in the air as the butterfly swirls around and leaves her trail. So you can tell that it's become fall and that winter is going to be there soon, and it was time for the plant to die and to go away. And now it's become winter, and everything is covered with white snow, and all the bugs are hibernating someplace, staying warm, and the plant is gone, and there's nothing green to be seen, nothing but the white snow of winter. But after every winter, spring comes, and when spring comes, the snow melts, and everything begins to grow again. And what do we see down on the ground? What is that? We see a whole bunch of little plant sprouts beginning to come up through the dirt. And we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 of them beginning to grow. What do you think the bugs will say when they see that? The little seedlings continue to grow, and they've got their first leaf beginning to unfurl. And here comes one of the bugs, and he says, "Do as talk," which, as we all know now, means, what is that? The little caterpillar came out and said, "Ta-ta," which, as we all know, means goodbye. And that's the end of the story. So the little seedling turned into a tall plant, and the little bugs built a tree house or a fort in that plant with the help of Icky's ladder. Then a spider came along and messed everything up, but a bird came along and took the spider. Then the plant flowered and died and dropped its seeds, and fall and winter came and the plant went away. But when spring came and the snow melted, a whole new bunch of plants began to grow, and the bugs became all excited again. That's kind of the way things go, isn't it? Always remember that Grandpa loves you, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.